Hey y'all, Rick, Fearless, Strokers Dallas, Strokers Ice House, Punchwally Garage, Fearless Services. Good morning. How you doing? All right. Today is Wednesday, April the 2nd, 2025, year of our Lord, season number 3, episode number 92. Today's show, we are going to go to Verona, Italy. Let's go. Am I Live, the 365 Project, coming to you almost live from almost downtown Dallas in the powerful CHUMP studio. Today's show is brought to you by Reliable Diamond Tool. That's ready2.com, REDITOO.com. Check them out for concrete and masonry working tools. Also brought to you by Simpson Motorcycle Helmets. If you got a $100 head, you should wear a $100 helmet. But if your head is priceless, like mine, you should wear a Simpson. They are the best. We are a dealer. StrokersDallasMerch.com. Spire Construction, Inc. They are a full-scale residential general contractor. Anything you need done at your house, Spire Construction. My son-in-law Elliot owns the company. Tell them I sent you. They'll take good care of you. SpireConstructionInc.com. Maverick Harley Davidson, Longhorn Harley Davidson, the official Harley dealers of Strokers Dallas and Strokers Ice House. Check them out. But right now, let's turn off the news and me and you take a stroll down memory lane. Today, the Mr. Peabody Wayback Machine goes back to 2011. In 2011, somewhere in there, maybe 2010, maybe 2012, I went to Verona, Italy with my brother. So the Italian Customizers Association invited me to be their guest. I accepted that offer. We flew to Verona, Italy. My brother decided to go with me, so we wanted to do the show and then stay for a few extra days and play golf. The show was the biggest, best show I've ever been to. It was huge. I think they had these big buildings on this big fairgrounds, and I think there were 7 buildings. Each one of those buildings were packed with motorcycles and packed with people. One building was bigger than any bike show I've ever been to, so it was 7 times bigger than any bike show I've ever been to. So the Italian customizers and my hamster brothers up there took good care of me. They got me a interpreter. So basically I had this pretty girl following us around all day, interpreting what people would say. It was cool because there were a dozen or so of my hamster brothers up there. And I remember being up there, and it was like the last day, I think, of the show. And I was with Mondo, and we were sitting there talking with Jesse James, and his photographer came up, and he asked if he could take this picture. Well, the photographer was inebriated, and it was pretty obvious. Well, Jesse James don't drink. I don't either. Maybe back then I did. Did I drink back then? No, I didn't drink back then either. The photographer was drunk, and he was so excited, and Jesse was not happy with that guy. But I remember that it was a very cool event. I got to hang out with my idol Arla Ness a lot. I got to hang out with some other hamster brothers of mine. I got to hang out with Mondo. I got to hang out with my brother. And it was a cool deal, and I'd love to go back there again, although that plane ride over there is pretty tough. But I'd like to go again. Okay, let's check that truck. Check that truck. Wait a minute. Look at that. That's not a truck. That's a van. Scan the van. Woo, boy, you're pulling out the big dogs. Yeah, I don't like to brag. That's tie-dye vans. Now, listen, I'm a Chuck Taylor guy, but I can rock a van. That's what I'm doing here. White, so... one racing stripes, one skateboard swirly thing, tie-dye shoestrings, one eye down, double knotted for safety. Say it with me, y'all. These are some handsome vans. Let's check that office. Yeah. Hey, I got a picture of my time in Verona. So that's me and Arlen Ness, and this girl was walking around with a photographer, and I guess they were pumping this show. It says I Custom Show. I don't know what that word is. Fuji 2012. So maybe it was 2012 I was there. And she came up and she said in broken English, "Can I have my picture made with the two legends?" And I said, Arlen said, "Sure." And I said, "Well, there's only one legend here, and his name is Arlen Ness, but I'd love to be in the picture too." So that's what that was. It was just such a cool event. You know, people would come up and shake my hand and smile and talk Italian, and I didn't understand it. But for most of the trip, I had that interpreter there. So it was very interesting. My brother and I got to play golf in the Swiss Alps. It was very interesting, very cool. What was Grandma Goldie doing 76 years ago today? April 2nd, 1949 was a Saturday. We went to town. I ate dinner, that's lunch, with Ann and Jack. Kids went to school. We went to the show tonight. Dick bought a truck today. What was Grandma Goldie doing 65 years ago today? April 2nd, 1960 was a Saturday. Chili day. We got our pork chops and lard today. Cost us $23. Charles went to Sayre. Dick and I went to Elk City tonight. We went to Grandma Fairless's. Dad joke. Sometimes I don't feel like going to work, and then I remember I have a wife and kids that like to eat, so I go anyway. Get off the couch, a motivational minute. Change is a chance to do better. Listen, you know, I don't like change. Most old people don't like change. It's inevitable. A lot of things have changed in my life, in your life, and you just deal with it the best that you can, and it is a chance to do better. Okay, tomorrow night, April the 3rd, is midget wrestling. It's a blast. If you've never been, it's a party. It's a very cool deal. April the 11th through the 13th is the Spring Fling. That's awesome. April 26th is the Vikla Show. That's a big deal. People come in with cool bikes from all over the country. A Vikla bike is like a Cholo bike. It's very cool. Very cool. And April 29th, at the end of the month, is a Midget Burlesque. That's going to be a good one. Okay, I'm going to leave you with this. Did you know that the Roman Colosseum was originally clad entirely in marble? But after the fall of Rome, the city was looted and pillaged by the Goths. Goths. Okay. All right, I got to go. Remember, there ain't no place like this place. Love you, Alice. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.